Hey y'all, it's C from C's Simple Secrets. Welcome back to another video. First off, I thought about the fact that I have not told y'all about what this channel is really about. So I love doing reaction videos. You'll also see some vlogs, lifestyle, and if that's what you're interested in, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and make sure you come back for more. So today I wanted to kick off this video with reactions to Love is Blind. I had to watch enough episodes for me to really get a gist of like what's going on with these folks in this show. But as you all learn more about me, you'll know that I love romance. I love all the things, just wedding, marriage, all of those things. Hold on 1 minute, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back, y'all. The dogs was trying to steal my shine. But I love all things romance, and I love like those love at first sight, Love is Blind, all those type of reality shows. I love those. So I had to watch the Love is Blind season 3 because I watched season 1, season 2, and they have not disappointed me yet. They always keep us wanting more. So this season, let's talk about what's going on here. First of all, I want to start with the good. I love Raven. She even got me wearing my natural curls today because I've been seeing her natural curls on this show, and I'm like, I absolutely love the fact that she has similar, I feel like a similar hair type to mine. And oftentimes I won't wear my hair like this because I'm like, it's not curly at the ends, like, you know, and I know I can use rollers and all that, but it's just a lot of work. It's extra. But when I saw her just wearing it like free and wild and just letting those waves and curls show, I said, yes, girl, I need to do that. So here I am with my curls today. But as far as just her personality in general, it's like a breath of fresh air compared to what we're seeing with some of the other people. I feel like she really came to the show looking for exactly what they gave. She wanted a blind love, like she's used to getting all that attention and flattery and all those types of things, and probably guys wanted her for what she looks like and what her body looks like. So I think for SK to like really try to get to her emotionally, and first of all, she had me cracking up when she was in that room dating Bartise, and Bartise called himself pouring his heart out to her, and she was in there doing jumping jacks. I almost hit the floor because, you know, I saw that little chain she got on, and I love me an Aries. I do. I love me an Aries because they so real. They not gonna hold you up. And if they bored, they bored. If they not interested, they not interested. And the fact that when Bartise came to her like, hey, I'm feeling somebody else, and Raven was like, me too, boo-boo, this wasn't working for me either. I'm like, yes. That's what I love about the Aries. They gonna tell you how they feel. So and even when he tried to like kind of come on to her at the pool, she was like, look, you wasn't feeling pod, Raven. Remember you told me I wasn't it, and that Nancy was it. So go with Nancy. And I think even from the beginning, Raven was like, if he's feeling Nancy, then I know he's not gonna feel me because I'm not the type of person that's gonna, and I feel like what she was saying, feed your ego. I feel like that's what she was saying when she said, I'm not the type of person that's gonna try to make you happy. And Nancy, I feel like, is that type of person. Like her family said, like everybody got that from her. She comes in a place, like it's easy to get along with somebody that's easy. And not saying that she doesn't have depth, because I do feel like she has depth, but I feel like she just wants everybody to be happy. And I think that he kind of, Bartise kind of played into that, as far as the fact that, you know, she's so easy to get along with, so sweet, and everything was just easy peasy between them from the beginning. I think that's what attracted him to her. And he's like, hey, I'm going with you. So I like the fact that Raven was like, no, you weren't interested in, but she said like Mike Jones, back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot, you all on me. I felt like that's what Raven was saying with Bartise. Back then, back in the pod, you didn't want me, now I'm hot, you all on me. And she's like, I'm not having that. SK wasn't with that. He wanted to get to know me for me. So you missed out on your opportunity, and I'm rolling with SK, and I don't blame her. So I hope when they get to the end that everything is gonna be cool, because I understand the cultural dynamics and all of those things, but I feel like she's like, here, this is what it is. I don't have that much family. You know, I really like you. I'm trying to do right by you if you gonna do right by me. And I feel like she's being upfront with SK. Like, I'm only gonna go so far. I put on this turban. I can't remember exactly what it's called for the women, so don't nail me on that. But she's like, I'll put this on. I'll incorporate this into the wedding. You can keep your decorations, your Nigerian decorations. You can keep your velvet, all of that. But what I am gonna tell you is that I'm gonna be me, and I can appreciate that. I feel like she's been open and honest from the beginning, and just open to the experience and wanting what the experience had to offer. Give me one moment. Now, when it comes down to Cole and Colleen, I wish that they could have been the same way. I wish that when Cole came up to Colleen, and I understand, like, as a woman, I understand that it's difficult when a guy comes up to you and he's complimenting you. Sometimes you don't know what to say. And Colleen has really no relationship experience. Like she said, it's only been like short stints. She never brought anybody home to her parents. So this is a big move for her to go from being like she said, single as a Pringle, to being this wife. So one thing about Cole and also Matt, they've had the experience of being both married and divorced, and then being single again. So you can't fault somebody that really doesn't have relationship experience about like not being open. And that was one thing that Cole picked up on her right away. It's like, no, you're not that open. You know, you're a little guarded. You're not going deep with me. And if I'm going to get married to you, you got to go deep. And I appreciate him for saying that. And then with Matt, it was like, I got rejected by these two people, but I remember you and I had a connection. So let's see if you reject me. You don't reject me. You showing me love. So I'm going to show you love back. And I feel like that's just is what it was. It was what it was, you know. But when it came down to it, I'm at the part where they had the little aquarium date just before the wedding, where he's like, so we doing this or not? And it's like, I can sense the apprehension, because it's like, you already scarred, brother. You already scarred. And I think, even though I think Matt is a great guy, I do think that he's great, but he's already scarred, and I'm not sure how great that is for somebody that is open and fresh to relationships, because it's like she wants to please him. She wants to make him happy, because it's her first serious connection like this, I think. But at the same time, it's like, well, you also got to take care of yourself. And I could tell by the way that she reacted to Cole and didn't know what to say. Like, she's got to get deep with that herself. And even with her parents, they were like, when he was talking about getting deep and personal and like talking about her feelings, even both of the parents had a drink. They turned up like, and I'm looking like, okay. And then the mom was like, yeah, we get real deep. She's like, we get deep on the movies and books. And it's like, that ain't getting deep. Like, woo. Okay. So we see where Colleen is getting this from. That's another thing that I picked out, was like the family dynamics on the show. Like, maybe Raven was like more open because she didn't really have that family, and she's never really had guys that treated her well with before they even saw her appearance and all those types of things. So she was really open to it, I feel like. And then also the fact that SK, he's had this real traditional Nigerian upbringing, but he's like, I don't want that. I want something that's just for me. So I think the two of them were open to this process versus a Matt who was a very shut down. And I ain't even get to Zanab yet. Whew, Lord. I don't feel like Matt or Zanab should have been on the show, and I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you why. Matt, you done been married to your high school sweetheart, got cheated on, and then you haven't dated for real for a minute. Then you want to go on a Love is Blind show before you heal. You're not healed. You get mad because she at the club that you were supposed to go to, but you decided to go home. When that part came out, I'm like, bro, so you telling me you mad, you about to pack your bags and all this, and you were supposed to go to the club, but all the guys decided to go home, but then you get mad because she didn't come home when y'all was all supposed to be in the same place? What? That was just... I was lost in the sauce on that one. Once I found out he was supposed to be there. Like, I feel him if she went to the club and didn't say, honey, I'm going to the club. But you were supposed to go and chose not to go, and then you want me to get up and leave? Huh? What? Ooh. And then it's like, that's the type of stuff that make you think, like, what was he doing when he was married? I feel that same way about Cole. Like, both of y'all divorced. I'm divorced, so I ain't judging, nothing like that. But it just made me think, like, what were y'all doing when y'all was married before? Because what I'm seeing, and also to be, well, I guess I was married and divorced around 27, 28 as well. So it's very similar. That's the time I feel like when you start seeing what you really want and growing into the person that you are. But at the same time, I feel like if you're not healed from your divorce, like, I see a clear difference between how open Cole is versus how closed that Matt is. I feel like he's open to the fun. You know, he is open to having a partner. He doesn't want to be alone anymore. But I feel like he's got some healing to do. That's just my opinion. Not that he's a bad guy or anything. I'm not that type of judge, but I just feel like he got some healing to do. And then as far as Zanab, same thing here. Like, my heart goes out to her because I really feel like she does not see how jaded she is. Like, when she was in that intro talking about herself, it's like, you know, I feel like I'm this cute little flight attendant and nobody comes up to me. Nobody talks to me on a plane. Nobody asks me out on a date on a plane. Nobody. So I feel like she already had self-esteem issues, not to mention the fact that both of her parents are deceased. So you didn't really have anybody besides your stepmom to, like, reaffirm you. And from what my understanding is, just from based on the cultural differences, I'm thinking maybe her parents were... I don't want to name any nationality, but her name is familiar to me as far as, like, Arab or Chaldean. So your upbringing, the people that you were around maybe didn't affirm you in that type of way, I'm guessing. Because I remember her stepmom saying that Zanab kind of felt like it was because of her culture was the reason that Cole's parents didn't want to meet her. And I just felt bad. I felt bad because I'm not sure if that's what it was. He made it seem like it was very religiously rooted. Like, you know, they like, y'all shacking up and we ain't with that. Like, you know better, Cole. I feel like it was more so that, and they, like, really love their son. and they just want the best for him, which some parents can be overbearing with that, let's just be honest. But I don't feel like it was about the culture, but I'm not sure, you know, it was never brought up as far as on his side. But she already has all of these self-esteem issues. I feel like it's about her looks. She won't go anywhere without makeup. And to be honest with you, another person, she wanted Cole to affirm her in that way. And I think when he said, well, I would have gone for Colleen in the real world, I think he was being honest. I don't think that Cole meant it from a malicious place. It may have came off as being malicious, but it's just like, you know, it is what it is. Like, you have a type. A lot of people have a type, and Colleen may fit his type, but like he said, even in the pods, she may have been my type physically, or maybe who I normally go for physically, but we weren't here. We weren't here, and he stopped their connection. He made that decision because he felt like she wasn't going deep enough, and you went deep with him. But then I felt like she guarded. Every time she wanted to go deep, then the guard went back up. She'll go deep, then the guard went back up. So once he said, hey, once she said rape me, first of all, why are you having him rape you? Like, you setting yourself up in that case. I don't want nobody to rape me. I'm gonna rape myself, okay? And then secondly, after he rated you a 9, and then you ask him, do you see any 10s in here? Ma'am, why you setting yourself up like this? Why? You stressing me out. You stressing me out like he's stressing you out. You stressing me out. So then he says, yeah, I see a couple 10s in here, Raven and Colleen, like everybody else. Oh, Lord. Why? And then Cole, why you even answer? Why did you answer? Just say you're beautiful and leave it at that. Don't get into the rating game. And then she could have rated him and, you know, rated him whatever she wants to rate him. But I feel like the women were very careful, like, not to talk about the guy's appearances too much unless they really liked their appearances. Like, I felt like some people were tiptoeing around appearances. But so far, yeah, I feel like Zanab and Cole, they don't need to make it to the aisle. They don't need to walk down the aisle. They just need to stay right there and just go their separate ways, because it was the nagging for me. I love how everybody in the show was, it was the something for me. It was the nagging for me. Because even though Cole's apartment was dirty as all get out, like them flies, I would have just walked out. We not doing the flies up in the house, okay? But even though it was all that it was just like, are you just gonna leave the clothes on the floor? I mean, he was sorting out dirty and clean. He was unpacking his suitcase. He didn't leave them clothes on the floor for 2 seconds before she came in there asking. Then it's like, he wants to cook you a meal. Sit down, kick your feet up. And I think sometimes as women, like, we just don't know how to relax. We just don't know how to let it go. We just don't know how to chill. And I felt all those things. Like, he wanted to play with the Nerf guns. Yeah, at the time, it probably wasn't the right time. She was cooking chicken. That could have been kind of a bad thing to happen. But at the same time, it's like, boo boo, you won't put your feet in the pool. You dress like J-Lo on poolside. Like, you got on a full face of makeup and lashes. Boo boo. This man is having fun at the beach. You can't even put your feet in. You don't want to put your feet in. You don't want to feel the sand in between your toes. You just want to sit there and watch him. It's just like, come on now. You know, come on. So, yeah. That's just not, the two of them, they like this. And they probably do have real good chemistry, physical chemistry, which they keep on saying, because whatever battles they not working out, like, he's probably taking that all that energy that he's feeling from her putting him down all day and putting it into the sex that they having. That's why the sex so good, because y'all in there fighting it out, duking it out. But then it's like back to the same old thing. I can't. Okay, y'all, but if y'all want to know what I think about the other couples, make sure you like, subscribe, come back so we can talk about Bartise and Nancy and Alexa and Brennon. And let me see, did I miss anybody? We'll see you in the next episode. See you all later. Bye bye.